My Rainmakers, how's everybody doing? Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. Hope all is well and that things are going just as you hoped, dreamed, and desired them to go. So excited to be back with you. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done a training, and I wanted to do one especially on today as we embark on our 90-day game plan. I know you've heard me hint at it here and there about doing a 90-day game plan. We started one on I think it was like last April of 2015, and it fizzled out before it got started really good. And I love Eric Worre. He's an awesome trainer for direct sales. He has some great content, and we introduced him probably around March, April of last year when we were talking about doing the 90-day boot camp, and we didn't really keep the momentum going to get it done. But I want us to embark on that again, which is one of the reasons why we started some of his trainings earlier in the year, while we I've given you the memory jogger so that you can be getting your list together, so that when we do launch out on the 90-day game plan, that we have everything that we need to be successful and not fizzle out like we did before. And so what I want to do briefly before we start even on tonight is to just embark in a word of prayer, and then we'll start our training. I don't purpose to hold you long, but I do want to go over the elements for our 90-day boot camp. So we'll just go to God for a moment of prayer. Lord, we thank you. We bless you. We give you glory. We give you honor, Lord. We give you all the praise. Lord, we thank you for this business opportunity that you have shown us. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity that you have laid before us, a tool, Lord, that would help us help other people save money, while we could also get resources and get revenue from that same opportunity. Lord, we thank you that you give us a great strategy to build our businesses. Lord, you give us great strategy for securing customers. For just bringing a blessing in other people's lives. We thank you that we'll use this tool effectively. We thank you that we won't take it for granted, but we will use it for the purpose that it was intended to be, a blessing to others and to enrich and bless and leave legacy in our lives. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, I'm going to start sharing my screen in just a moment. I'm going to go over the elements of the 90-day game plan. And so we'll be explaining what the 90-day game plan is, why we need it, what our 90-day game plan will consist of, and what we'll need to do going forward to make it successful. First, before I do that, I want to give kudos to two of our team members for stepping up to the plate, to volunteering in our Facebook group, for being active leaders in there. And so I want to give a shout out to Robin Robinson. Thanks so much. She is our encourager in the group. And so you'll see her weekly posting, just encouragement to keep us going. You'll see her posting maybe information about the direct sales industry, just what it takes to be successful. So I know you've already seen her posting in there. She's a great resource, and so thankful for her agreeing to do that. Also want to give kudos and a shout out to executive trainer Valerie Thomas, who is our challenge queen. Yes. So every week you'll see Valerie give a challenge for us to keep us motivated, to keep us going, to make sure that every week we have a goal that we're setting. And so we're not saying that, hey, I want to be SVP in 2016, and then we never put goals to that. And so we end up another year and not have succeeded at that. So she's going to be the person that puts our feet to the fire, that makes sure that we have established goals to get us to the next level of where we want to be. So you've probably seen the challenge that she, I think it was either Sunday or Monday, I think it was Sunday night, that she put in there for us on this week, was just to say what our goal was. And then we'll come back on Saturday and see how far we've gotten on our goals. So be looking out from the post from Valerie that'll give us our challenges for the week. And do that. Do the challenges. Don't just look at the challenges. Challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. It's going to take us stepping out of our comfort zones to make this business successful. It takes doing that not just in this business. It takes it in your job, which we're all trying to shake our jobs, right? We're shaking our jobs off. So it takes coming out of our comfort zones to get anything new, to get anything that we desire. But we want our heart's desire more than we want our comfort. So we are coming out of our comfort zones and we're doing whatever is necessary to get wherever we want to go. And that place for us, for most of us, is SVP. For some of us, it may be, national director with a really great, consistent income. For some, it may be SVP to get either that car allowance and to have great income. For some, we don't want to stop till we hit diamond, so that we're living up a lifestyle that is comfortable for us and comfortable for our families. And so that we can also be a blessing to other people. We can be a blessing to our churches. We can be a blessing in our communities. And so that we can be the sower with seed that, plants blessings in other people's lives, so that we can be the lender and not the borrower. We can be above and not beneath. We can be the children that God has called us to be, and we can have the resources that we need to not only bless us, but bless others. And we have a great tool in front of us that can help us do that. So I want to go ahead and jump on over. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to pull up the presentation for the 90-day boot camp or game plan. So it says, launch your 5 links business with confidence. And I know for most of us, when we started 5 links, we were excited and we were ready to go. And we looked at this as a great opportunity to change our lives and to change the course of our lives for our children, our children's children, our families, our communities, and our churches. And somewhere along the line, I'll admit that the fire inside died. The thrill was gone. And so instead of me seeing our 5 links business opportunity as an opportunity, I started seeing it as a burden. It was something else I had to do. And so because I saw it that way, that's how I handled it. That's how I treated it. It was something else to do. And so I just decided I wasn't going to do it. It was, it became overwhelming to me, just another thing to think about. And so I want to encourage all of us to reframe how we think about our 5 links opportunity. That it is just that if you were at the international training event in Orlando, it's just like our upline said, it's a tool. It's not a lottery ticket, it's a tool. It's not a get out of jail free card, it's a tool. And if we are good stewards over this tool can't get us out of the jail of jobs. And like I said in the beginning, when we go through the 90-day game plan, we're going to talk about what you want to use this tool to do for you. For all of us, it may be different, and that's okay. But I want you to get clear on what you want this tool to be for you. And I'm not going to be the kind of leader that's going to tell you that this tool has to be for you what it is for me. No, I want you to get as much out of this tool as you want, because it's ultimately going to be your desire that drives you. So I want you to get clear on what you want this tool to be. So what is the 90-day game plan? The 90-day game plan is just what it says, or not just what it says. It's 90 days that we're going to intensely focus on building our business. 90 days, 3 months, that we're going to focus. We're going to focus. We're going to be strategic and focus on our businesses. Now, if you're like me, I haven't been doing that for the last 90 days. And the results show. It's just the truth. We can't, sugarcoat it. We can't make it any easier than that. We can all look in our back offices and say, I haven't been treating this with the focus that I need to get where I want to go. So we're doing the 90-day game plan as a team, but I want this to be your personal focus. I want this to be your personal challenge to really focus on your business for the next 90 days. And so you may be asking also, well, why do I need, a 90-day game plan? Again, we can all look in our back offices and see why we need a 90-day game plan. And I can tell you this for me. Recently, I started another temporary assignment. And as I get up every morning to go to this job, I think to myself, this is not what I signed up for. This is not how I want my life, or what I want my life to look like. And so I began to write down what I wanted my life to look like. And it didn't include my job. And so what I realized I needed to do was I needed to start putting some revenue generating activities into my life so that I won't have to look at that. And so if I want to not be there, I need to replace that income somewhere else. And so that's the mindset I want all of us to have. I want us to look at where we don't want to be and get so uncomfortable with where we don't want to be that we put enough energy and effort creating the lives that we want, so that we do something different, so that we can quit our jobs, whether it's at the credit union, whether it's at an insurance agency, whether it's at a university, wherever you work, whether it's, teaching students, whatever it is that you don't want to do anymore. You want to get your holidays and your vacations back. You don't want to be working while everybody else is enjoying Christmas dinner. That is for the birds. God came that we might have life and have it more abundantly, but we have to seize opportunities that He presents so that we can have abundant life. So we need an opportunity and a tool for that. You'll see the next slide says, how will it help me grow my business? What I believe this 90-day game plan is going to do for us is going to help us overcome fear and build confidence in presenting the business opportunity. I know when we did our Challenge Queen executive trainer, Valerie Thomas, when she made us do that power hour, I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to do no power hour, but I had asked her to be the Challenge Queen. And she said we were going to do a power hour. So I said, okay, I asked her to do this. Whatever she says we're going to do, we're going to do. So we're going to come together. We're going to pull out our phones and we're going to start to calling. And I'm going to be honest, I was fearful at first. I was like, Lord Jesus, I'm going to have to call people and talk to them. Oh my gosh, what are they going to think? What are they going to say? How is this going to appear? I'll admit I'm a little prideful. So I was like, oh, Lord, is it going to look like I'm begging people for this business? Are they going to get sick of hearing from me? But I just had to suck it up and do it. And what I realized from that is that we started getting customers. Now, if we had never started making those calls, we'd have never got those customers. And so what I think that this 90-day game plan is going to help us do is help us get over the fear of what people will think about us. Because actually, we really don't care what they think about us. We care about getting free from jobs so that we can have time freedom to do what God has called us to do. That's what this is about. And so when we always keep that in front of our minds, then all the other petty stuff will just drop off. Because I'm trying to help you save money on your bills. Now, if that means that you don't like me, then okay, I'm good with that. I'm trying to help you. So I think it'll help us, get over the fear of presenting the opportunity or even offering services to people to get customers. And I think it'll also help us set goals in our business. Like I said, initially, sometimes we say, I want to be SVP, and we just throw that out in the air, but we don't, look at the steps that it'll take to be SVP. How many business partners do you need to be SVP? How many personal points do you need to be SVP? How many personal points do your business partners need to have to help you grow there? And so how long will it take? How many business partners are you getting every month? So how long will it take? So we need to start setting some goals, and not just, pie in the sky goals, but some realistic goals even though we set realistic goals, we believe that God's going to blow on it and do it supernaturally quicker than our goals. But we do need to set some goals and some guidelines as to what it's going to take to get there. And this plan also help us build, and one of our business partners told me this is not a word, but I'm going to say it anyway, help us build a duplicatable system. She told me duplicatable was not a word, but a duplicable system so that we can recruit new representatives with ease, and we can also secure new customers. So now I know some of you may be also asking, well, we're doing a 90-day game plan. What's our goal? And you'll see the big number 20 here, and that number means nothing because my goal may not be your goal. I do have some guidelines for what I would like our goals to be, but I want you to supersede the guidelines, because the guidelines that I'm setting are really, really simple goals that I know that we can all reach, because I want us to feel success as we go along. So I want you to be able to set your own goals along with the guidelines that we'll talk about later. So what are the components of the game plan? We're going to talk about commitment level. How much time are you willing to commit a week to the game plan? The game plan theme, what are we going after? What are we looking for during this time of consistent focus on our businesses? Developing our personal game plan story, doing the game plan preparation, the pre-launch, and the game plan launch. So when I say choose your commitment level, I love the way that Eric Worre sets up his system. He says that he has them in 3 different levels. Level 1, 10 to 20 hours a week is what you commit at if your goal is to make $1,000 a month. So if you want to make $1,000 a month with this opportunity, you need to schedule at least 10 to 20 hours a week for this. That means between 2 to 4 hours a day you need to be working on your business if you're going to do it 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday, 2 hours a week, 2 hours a day is 10 hours. 4 hours a day is 20 hours. And that should get you to your goal of at least $1,000 a month. Level 2 is 20 to 40 hours a week. And that's if your goal is to make $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So that's, you got to work at least 4 to 8 hours a day. Now that's if you're thinking as a 5-day work week. If you want to move that out to 6, I know most of you probably don't want to work Sundays. So if you move that out over 6 days, the per hour day is going to be a little less than that. And then the last level is if you're going to like go commando with it, is 60 to 80 hours a week. And that's if your goal is to make at least $5,000 a month in this opportunity. And so each level represents the number of exposures that you're willing to commit to, the number of people that you're willing to put the opportunity in front of, the number of people that you're willing to ask to be your customers. That's going to talk about, so that those hours a week, those are exposures. How many one-on-ones are you doing? How many PBRs are you doing? So when you think of those hours, think of those kinds of exposures, and that's going to tell you what you need to be doing to get to that level. And I also looked at, they talked about examples. For those of you that were at the international training, we had an awesome presentation from the couple that wrote the book, Go for No. And they talked about how being successful in the direct sales industry is all about numbers, all about the number of exposures, the number of times you're in front of people. So it doesn't matter the no's you get, because the more no's you get, the more yeses you'll also get, because you're getting more confident and presenting the opportunity, or getting more confident in trying to secure customers, that you get better at the presentation. And so as you get better and more comfortable just asking people about it, it becomes more natural to you. And so it doesn't seem rote, and it doesn't seem like a sales. It just seems like it's a part of your life. And so the first example I loved, it talked about a network marketing representative that over the span of his 19-year career in network marketing, he had garnered 300 representatives. It took him 19 years, but he got 300 representatives in his downline. And he had earned $1.5 million during that time frame. Now, he said he had to talk to 1,500 prospects just to get those 300 reps. And you'll hear people talk about all the time, what's your close rate? Like if you talk to 10 people, and you get one person, then you have a 10% close rate. So if you want 10 people, you got to talk to 100 people to get those 10 people. if that makes sense to you. So finding out how many people you need to talk to get a yes. But he even talked about if you divided that figure of the number of people that he had to talk to get that 1.5 million, that means he made $1,000 per prospect, not per rep that actually came into the business, but everybody he talked to netted him $1,000 if you put it in that perspective. And the second one's a little bit more because they made more money. This person got 285 representatives in a 10-year span. So, and he earned $11 million in 10 years. He was doing really good. That's over $1 million a year that he was earning. And he had to talk to, he said he had about a 10% close rate. So he had to talk to 2,850 people to get those 285 reps. But even if we divide that by the 11 million he made over $3,800 for every person he talked to. So you don't even see that person as a no anymore. You know, if let's say these figures were yours, you see all those people that's $3,800, boom, $3,800, boom. And so when you see people that way, it doesn't matter whether they say yes or no. It matters that you get the experience in talking to them. So let's talk about designing our theme for our game plan. What I'd like to do, and I saw Platinum Senior Vice President Nicole do this. Nicole McLeod, I was about to mess up her name. Nicole Cloud, is it Cloud? Yes. Lisa Nicole Cloud. That still doesn't sound right. Lisa Nicole Cloud. And I love the way that they're doing their one of their promotions, and it's based on getting customers and getting business partners. So we're going to focus on product and one-on-ones, getting our products out before people. So that means we have to learn about what the products are so that we can more effectively promote them and market them to the people that need them, and one-on-one. So those are the things that we're going to be focusing on. And number 3 is developing your game plan story. When we talk about your game plan story, you hear people talk all the time about what's your why. How are you going to present this opportunity to people? They're not going to care that you're starting a new business. They're not going to care that you have great products and services. What they want to know is why you're doing it. And so that helps you develop your game plan story, because they're going to buy into the story and not necessarily even into the product that you have or the service that you're offering. They're buying into you. So when you tell them your story and why you're doing this business opportunity, they're more likely to buy from you, to become your partner, to become your customer. So some elements to think about when you're developing your story is you want to tell them why you're doing this. You want to tell them what results you're expecting. How will people benefit? And we know they benefit because you make money while they save money. What kind of people are you looking for to be on your team? Are you looking for anybody that'll sign up, that'll pay that $99 and buy one of those starter kits? Or are you looking for a specific kind of focused, driven, hard worker? Somebody that wants the best out of life. So you have to tell them who you're looking for, especially when you're trying to secure business partners. What's your game plan? How are you going to help the people that you bring into the business? What kind of support can they look from you? So make sure those things are included in your story. And it may go something like this. You know, I'm doing this because I believe that I have a call in my life and I don't want to be encumbered by a daytime job. So I know I need time freedom. So I'm doing this opportunity because as an administrator, it's always been my heart to help people. And when I see an opportunity where I can help them save money on their everyday residual bills that they pay every day anyway, that I can save them money on it, and in turn I can make money on it so that I can be free to do what God has called me to do, I knew this was the business for me. And so I'm looking for people that are driven, that are purpose oriented, that love helping people, that don't mind working hard to get what they want out of life. And so I'm going to pull these people around me to help us change the world, the way people see direct sales. It won't be this kind of bad word anymore, but it's a great word. It's a great opportunity to make millionaires. So that might be a part of my game plan story. So sit down with these questions and think about how you're going to build your game plan story so that when you're telling people why you're doing what you're doing, they buy into that and they want to help you. Whether it's help you by becoming your business partner because you've explained it so wonderfully to them, or they have felt what you said. It's not that it has to be so, what I want to say, it doesn't have to be so intellectually, profound, but it has to pull at their heartstrings. So make sure that you take time to get a good why for why you're doing this. Number 4 is game plan preparation. I'm going to check my time to make sure I'm not keeping y'all too long too. Okay, game plan preparation. So I want you to decide what level you're wanting to work on. Is it going to be that level 1 commitment level, 10 to 20 hours a week? Is it going to be level 2, that 20 to 40 hours a week? Or are you going to go commando level 3, that 60 to 80 hours? I want you to determine that game level that you're going to work on and commit to it. So if you know right now it's going to be hard for you to do level 2 or level 3, don't even commit to it. Commit to what you know that you can do. If your life is already hectic and you can almost find 2 hours, I need you to commit to level 1. Find the level that you're going to commit to and commit to that level for real. And then set your schedule from 3 to 5, whether it's going to be a rigid or fixed schedule or it's going to be flexible. Determine that and then schedule it. Schedule it. What gets scheduled gets done. If it doesn't get scheduled, it won't get done. But if you schedule it, it'll get done. And determine what you're going to sacrifice. It's going to be TV. We could all probably throw some TV shows out for the next 90 days to get where we want to get in life. And eliminate those distractions and get the tools that you need to be successful. So, oh, wow, hold up. I don't know what happened right there. Okay. Went a little funny. Okay, I'm sorry. Pre-launch, we got a week to do pre-launch. And so everybody that's listening on the call, I want you to get qualified. If you're not already qualified, before you ask people to be your customer, before you ask people to join this business, I want you to get qualified. How you get qualified is, I want you to look through your house. Any service that 5 Links offers that you do not have, get it. If you have a alarm system and it's not through 5 Links, cancel it and get the alarm system through 5 Links. Number 1, you'll get a $300 bonus for doing it, and likely you'll pay less money for it. So get the bonus, pay less money, and then get the points for it. So look in your household to see, the services and the tools that we already have, that we're already selling, that you don't have, and switch them over. That'll help you get qualified the quickest. It only takes 8 points to get qualified. Plus you'll need an outside person that doesn't live at your home as a customer, and you're qualified. So call your mom, call your dad, call your relatives, and ask someone to get coffee from you. Coffee or tea is $19.99 a month. It's great product, $20 a month for them. I think it's like $27 with shipping and handling, and you're qualified. So make sure you get qualified first. Get trained. If you haven't done your 5 Links training, do that now, because you need to know or to be able to talk about the products and services that we offer with confidence. So get qualified and get trained. Another good way to get qualified is to do some of the bundles that we have now. I think there's a beginning level bundle, then there's the leader bundle, then there's the VIP bundle. And I think they start at 5 points, 10 points, and 20 points. So you could get almost qualified right away just by getting one of those bundles. Do the hot market technique that we talked about in our Facebook group. Send that to the 30 people right away before the end of February. Use your hot market technique to try to get customers. That's going to help you get qualified too. And then the memory jogger, that I think it's been about 3 weeks that I've given you all the memory jogger, and I hope that you all are using that and building your list. But start going through that memory jogger, getting ready for March 1st when we hit and we start the actual plan, because we're going to launch it March through May of this year. We're going to run it all the way through to when we go to St. Louis. So I want to start in March We're going to go through May to make sure that we really focus in on those 90 days. And as you'll see now, you'll see where our launch goal is. In the month of March, we're going to do 10 customers in 30 days. Now, does that seem doable? 10 customers in 30 days. That's less than 4 customers a week. That's like 2.5 customers a week. And when I looked on some of you all's challenge from Valerie last week, some of you are trying to get more customers than that. So all I want us to do in the month of March is focus on getting customers. We're not even going to go after business partners in the month of March. The reason I want you to do that is because I really want you to get comfortable talking about the business, because I know right now we aren't really comfortable talking about the business. So get make sure that, can you all see the slides? Okay, because Valerie's brought me the thing in here, it doesn't seem like it looks a little blurry or whatever. So I'll put this inside of the what is it called? The Facebook group, so that you can see it as well. Can you pull it up to see if you can see it? Okay. I didn't know, she just brought it to me and it was looking all blurry. So I guess it's not going to be effective if you can't see. So I got sidetracked. Okay. And the month of April, our goal is 10 customers, but then we're going to add to that 5 business partners. So in the month of April, we'll be going after 10 customers and 5 business partners in 30 days. And then we'll close that out in the month of May, looking for 20 customers and 10 business partners in 30 days. So March is 10 customers in 30 days. All we're doing is customer acquisition. April, 10 customers and 5 business partners in 30 days. And in May, 20 customers and 10 business partners in 30 days. So at the end of 90 days, everybody should have 40 customers and 15 business partners. Wouldn't that be awesome? Everybody would go up at least 2 pin levels or from that. So if you're an IMR now, you should be an ED by the end of 90 days. And that'll help you pick up some of those bonuses that corporate laid out for us. If you are an ET now, you should be up to ED. So not only will you be making the additional money for bringing those business partners in, you'll be so close to the 50 customer club. So if you already have, customers already, that's just helping you move that much closer to being to that 50 customer club and getting that extra $250 a month. So we're doing this so we can start getting some traction into our businesses, and we can start realizing some of the revenue and some of the bonuses that the company has set up for us to get. And so we can start putting together a real plan to actually hit SVP by the end of the year. And so how are we going to do this? We're going to schedule monthly blitz days like Valerie did for us with the Power Hour, so that we can schedule our appointments for the month. And then we'll also keep doing these weekly virtual PBRs, and we're going to do some bi-weekly live opportunity meetings as well. And so, like I mentioned, we'll be doing the Power Hours, and those are just calls and texts that you use to invite people to a one-on-one with you, to a PBR with maybe your upline, or to a business opportunity meeting. So we're going to sit down for an hour or 2, and all we're going to do is call and ask people to meet us. Hey, I got a business opportunity I want to talk to you about. Can I meet you at Starbucks? Schedule a time. So we're using those hours to set our month schedule for meeting people. We're talking to them about the opportunity. So that's how we're going to use those Power Hours. Is one, to get people together so we can tell them about the opportunity, and 2, to secure customers. So this is going to help you, schedule your calendar. We'll do these at least once a month so that you can schedule your calendar for the month. And so I know all of us aren't in the same city, but when we schedule them, we invite you to join in us. Maybe we can periscope each other together and do like a private periscope or something, or a blab, where we can kind of still all be together and get that energy that's in the room when you do it. And then when you do the one-on-ones, I want you to tell a story that we talked about in the front of the presentation. And also you can use Thomas Felder's presentation. That's a great presentation. And if you have questions, or if the person that you're talking to asks questions, you can always refer them to your upline for any questions to get those answered. And so this is just a review. March, we're going to do 10 customers in 30 days. April, we're going to do 10 customers and 5 business partners. May is 20 customers and 10 business partners. I also want to let you know that I'll be doing, because we do these trainings every other week, so we won't be on next week, but we won't be on the week after that, is I'm going to be showing a lot of GoPro videos that offer great training from Eric Worre. I'd gotten the membership around this time last year, but I let it lapse because I told you that our last 90-day campaign just fizzled straight on out, and so I hadn't been using it. But I want to thank executive trainer Joel Robinson, who recently got a membership too, I think sometime last year as well. And so now we have access to it again, so we'll be showing some of them. We'll also be going through some of his YouTube videos, Eric Worre. If you're not following him on Facebook or his YouTube account, it'd be a great idea for you to do that, because he has some really, really great training that I think we should all make ourselves available to. I'm going to try to give as much during our trainings, or give him as much time during our trainings. So he's like our personal trainer for the ReignMaker team. So we'll be watching a lot of his video and going through a lot of his resources. That memory jogger that you have is one of his products. But I'm so excited about our 90-day game plan. I'm excited about I'm going to be honest, I'm really excited about customer acquisition. That's been one of my big focuses, is customer acquisition. And as you can probably see, links to fund. I'm really have a heart to help churches really benefit in a time where I know a lot of them are suffering. And I think the links to funds is a great opportunity for churches, to be able to get an extra stream of income, of revenue, and to help bolster their churches and to be a blessing to them. So those are a couple of my focuses, why I'm really so much on customer acquisition, because I'm all about that residual. Yes, all about that residual. If you do have any questions, feel free to post them in the Facebook group. I'll try to answer as many as I can. And if I don't have the answer, I will find it for you. Also, I'm going to post this presentation into the Facebook group, since Valerie did show me that you couldn't see it well. So I hope I can. I think I can. Let's see. And if I can't post it there, I think I have just about everybody's email address, and I can email it to you. But I'm going to try to post it there first. And if I can't, just go ahead and drop your email address in the Facebook group, because it may be too big to post there. I may have to email it. But thank you all so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed evening, and I will see you on the next segment. Oh, also remember, if you haven't registered for, and I'm talking to myself too, the St. Louis International event, please go ahead and register for that now. They do have a promotion on if you get 2. Okay, thank you. If you do 2 tickets for St. Louis, then you'll get a virtual IMR, which is always great to have that free outside leg. So if you can't afford to get 2 tickets for, like if you're going to bring your husband, or if you're going to bring a friend, if you know somebody in the city and you want them to be able to come, go ahead and get those 2 tickets, because even though it'll cost you, let's say $250 for those 2 tickets, there's no residual monthly cost for it. So it's always good to do that when you can. And also our regional training is March the 5th. and that will be in Orlando, Florida. If you aren't following the 5 Links corporate on Facebook, make sure that you go ahead and like that page, because it will give you all those updates about the regional events. Platinum Senior Vice President Digna Morris is going to be in Orlando with us, so make plans to be there. I believe it's from 9 to 5 on Saturday, March the 5th. So we look forward to seeing you there. God bless you all. Have a good night.